Every city you burn, I'm gonna build one high.
Greetings, fellow Empyreans. I am Ashtarothi, the voice of New Eden. It is May 12th, YC125, and it is the Eve Universe Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's it going, guys? We got a setup today. We're going to be flying around a little bit today. I do have some things to talk about, but I am set up. I was going to do some of the exploration stuff, but I'm not sure how much I want to do that with local the way it is, but we'll see. Hey, everybody. Yeah, I agree that is the better version of the Wrecking Machine. I didn't actually understand the full, I didn't understand that song until I listened to it, that version. Because, listening to it as a rock song makes it sound like you're like, yeah, let's go wreck them. When really, it should be kind of it's a resolute song, right? It's the people under attack saying, bring it on, whatever you destroy, we will build it twice as tall. How is local? Okay, let's jump into the PSA, okay? I don't actually know that much about this, so you guys are going to have to help me out if you can. We have this post by CCP Paragon today, ongoing intermittent chat issues. So we were having these issues yesterday, or the last few days, I believe some. And so this is them officially acknowledging what's going on. So before we get any further, I do want to say there's a lot of weird stuff about connecting this to other things that CCP are doing right now, or the announcement of the expansion, or whatever. I would like to remind everybody that they've actually moved their chat client to a third-party service in order to take extra load off of their main client. So whatever is going on between them and the third-party service is the system that's failing, right? So it's not quite, I'm not making an excuse for it. I'm just saying that a lot of the speculation I've seen is founded on this idea that CCP is the ones also hosting the chat client, which is just factually not true. But let's see what's going on. Our latest attempt to stabilize the chat after downtime were unsuccessful and chat remains unstable. So, they've been working on this for several days. As we continue to work on solving the problem, to help alleviate the major problems that arise from the lack or inconsistent local chat, we have put together temporary stable local, which is opt-in and is accessible through the feature preview system. However, enabling this feature creates a separate new instance of local, and they do not share what is posted. So if you post in one local, it doesn't post in the other. And then seeing other players in this local should be very accurate and stable. However, standings can be inaccurate and flags can be inaccurate. So my question number one is, if it's opt-in, once you opt in, do you see everyone in local even if they have not opted in? CCP should tie it into the game world. I explained this before too. I said that back when the thing was intermittent before. Now there's 2G to locals to spam. Yeah, no kidding. You think that chatting just doesn't work in the other backup? That makes sense. Okay, so you can see everyone. Okay. Interesting. After enabling this feature when logging back in the next time, there will be a brief black screen and pause as you transition past the character select screen and into the game. We will next update you on the progress of solving this problem. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to restart. Darn it. Another outage is... Wait, is this today? Yes. Is currently in effect and an update will be posted. No, this is in reverse time order. Got it. So it started over here. Full outage, update. Yeah, this has been ongoing and they've been working on it for a while. Okay, so let's look at this. couple of years ago, chats were also failing, and they were getting DDoS as recently as... Yeah. That's possible. But I mean, a lot of those chat failings was when they changed over to the new protocol. Everyone shows up in neutral in the backup local except for fleet members. That's what they were saying, is that standings can be inaccurate. CSP forgot to pay the bill. I mean, no. Let's go with... I don't think so. Look, man. I don't think that finding a blame is actually going to be useful right now. Everybody's got to figure it out. And I just hope that they figure it out soon. This is kind of a... For a developer, this is kind of the nightmare scenario. All right. So I guess we can just get started with this then. Hold on. I need water. All right, so if I open up my escape menu, I can go to the feature preview page, and there's this emergency update in here. I imagine, by the way, that this is the case. This is this way because they were able to put this in here with a short update, but they haven't actually updated the main client, so this string doesn't actually exist. When this is a reference to a string. Since the string doesn't exist, then it fails. And this is just in time for voting on the greatest space video game of all time. I know, right? All right, so I enable this. I return to game. And now I have to completely close the game? Or do I just get it? Is this it? Do I just have it? I didn't need to close it. Hold on. Shoot. I didn't even show it. So if I disable it, oh, it's gone. And if I enable it, oh, it's there. And I didn't even need to log out. I'm 100% certain the backup local was implemented by a single guy by just querying the node for the people in the system and pinging it out as a chat member list. Well, I don't know, man. It is behaving like a normal chat. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate, but we'll see whether or not this... It could be that they're working on a new thing, and they broke it as they worked on it. Who knows? I hope so. Local as an Intel tool is awful. But that's where we're at. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go into the war zone a little bit and poke around and try to find... one of the low-sec data sites as I head towards my Abaddon or my Absolution, and we'll run some sites. Still screwed up, can't trust it. Okay, well that's good. That's good to know. Oh, also to kind of look, I want to talk about this. It might bring it down a little bit, but I do want to talk about this because it came out today. There is a new community beat. Where is it? Come on. Really? Oh. Yeah. So, apparently, ISD Durham, also known as Bernie Nader, has passed away. They don't really give any details as to what happened or anything. I know I was pretty kind of taken aback by this, like pretty stunned. Like Durham, he's always felt like he's like just been part of it, you know? So I don't know if I have very much to say about it, except for I mean, I guess I hope that people keep doing the landmark stuff. And there will be a tribute at the Molia Cemetery on Saturday, the 13th of May at 1400 Eve time. And there'll be a Drake Roam after that in his honor. Yeah, so remember those you love. Tell them you love them. Remember, we're all we got. Eyes forward, Capsuleer. The Sino is not yet lit. Consider your modules, your rigs, your ammo before you undock, for the Sino is not yet lit. Break free of the station and witness the universe before you, for the Sino is not yet lit. Set your ship to fly through the vastness while you wait, for the Sino is not yet lit. Pay attention, Capsuleer, for those who have gone before you call you to join them. The Sino is now lit. This is a poem that was made quite a while ago to represent, or to be for fallen Capsuleers. Who was he? He was the, he was a forum moderator, and also ran some of the Twitch streams that was looking at like the chill streams. But one positive thing that I can take out of this is a kind of a fun fact. This poem here was what was voted to become the seed value for the moons in Eve, right? Like back in 2015, 2016, when they redid the moon, all of the moons distribution, we voted on which would be the seed. And somehow this beat Mooney McMoonson or whatever, Mooney McMoonface. Somehow this beat it. So, you know, this poem is stitched into the fabric of Eve. And if those of you who have never been to the Molia Cemetery, I do recommend checking it out, even if you can't make it at the actual memorial. It's a pretty stunning landmark in Eve, with some pretty big history. We should probably talk about that next sometime, but that's not today. I appreciate you guys for sticking with me through that diversion, or I guess unfortunate news. And everything's unfortunate news, right? The local's not working. Our Twitch stream isn't working. Sad. All right. Yeah, his in-game character was also a decorated tournament pilot. All right, so yeah, I have been having some DC problem too. Hey, thank you for that. I've been having some problem with DCs too. It's made me very nervous to go into the abyss, but I think it was my ISP, which seems to have resolved itself, so that's neat. Twitch, that's not a problem, that's a feature. Well, you know. Oh, yeah, there's also... Oh, shoot. Let's see, we got... So yesterday, I put out the monthly economic report for March. So that was, you know, a previous month. But I put that out, even though we recorded a few weeks before that, because April's had come out, and I knew I wanted to cover it, I thought yesterday, but now today. And so I had to get the March one out first as an edited version. Hold on one second. I need to move chat over here. There we go. Yeah, click that like button. Support the guinea pigs. They're getting... So here's the thing, okay? You guys have done a great job supporting the guinea pigs and the cats so far. But the issue is that the guinea pigs are getting bigger. And that means that they need more. They need more likes and more subscriptions. Do your part. Yes, you. In the eyes of... Okay. Let's look at the monthly economic report for April 2023. Oh, shoot. I just realized, before we even do this, I want to pull up. What I like to do is pull up the last 2 or 3 before that in order to make quick references if I need to. There we go. All right. Now let's go back up to the top. Monthly economic report for April. Production versus destruction versus mining. We see... Hold on a second. I'm going to make this a little bit wider. There we go. We've got... I can actually make it wider. Hold on. There we go. That works. Okay. What we see... January, February, So we've seen a continuing downswing in the production. However, I think that a lot of that's from the spike, and also we're kind of in a post-war slump at the moment, if I remember correctly. Everybody kind of moved home and started crabbing, and now there's discussions about T2 dreadnoughts, so nobody's really building dreads right now. April. Yeah, that covers April. But let's see. Destruction had a bit of a hump in the middle of the conflict, but also has kind of gone down a little bit, but it stayed at a higher rate. And mining has kind of elevated since the expansion and remained at that elevated position. I just go like this. Ooh. Summary of key economic figures. Destruction. We've got 1.52 in Delve. We got to look at the previous ones, because I remember there was a pretty dramatic change last time. Oh, what? Why? Why are you all highlighted? There. 1.82. I guess no, Delve didn't have the big destruction number. It was... Was it Pureblind? No. Have I lost my mind? Do I not know anything about anything anymore? I literally just edited my video, too. Was it Lone Trek? Now I'm embarrassed. What was the place? Was it Peregrine Falls? Ugh. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. You know, I used to name these things. Ash doesn't know anything about economics, and I think that I'm proving that more today. Is it Peregrine? What was it? They're working to fix the chat. I don't know, man. Let's just move on, I guess. We have Pochfin at... I like to keep an eye on Pochfin. Just under $1 trillion. When before it was 95, this is 93. So Pochfin destruction is actually down a little bit, but it's still up above where it was in February. Any other numbers jump out? I don't know. We'll see when we get there. What about mining? Because there's a lot of mining done in Pochfin. 0.6. 0.3. Yeah, mining doubled in Pochfin last month. That was the building the shipcaster. Hey, awesome. Good to see you, Crypto. So then... April, come on, which is this line, we see kind of things have fallen off a bit when it comes to mining, but it appears to be that, like, we saw this increase in null mining, and it looks like it's kind of leveled back down, because, like, the orange and blue have not changed that much in that time, but the red has kind of went bigger and then smaller. The red being nullsec. So in March, there was an increase in mining, but then it dropped in April to below Feb levels. Lone Trek was the one most mined in. Was Lone Trek the site, the place? I think maybe it was. Never mind. I'm going to embarrass myself if I talk too much. All right. Lone Trek Sync Liaison. Yeah, because we were kind of astonished at the fact that it went from Delve first to Delve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now Delve is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, Delve has kept their mining down. Wormhole mining did look up. That's a good point too. Been playing EO forever, but just came back after a 5-year break this week. Your guide for returning players is super helpful. Excellent, thank you. I have other guides for other things. I've been meaning to make like a essential viewing list for people. Gas is down. We noted that like in February and March, we had an increase in gas kind of across the board-ish, but mostly in low-sec. And then that has fallen off in April. And it looks like most, if not all of that loss was in low-sec. Gas mined. It was Veil of the Silent, then Iridia. Now it is Iridia, Placid, Vlone Trek, Veil of the Silent. So Veil of the Silent dropped 2. Placid is up, went up. So Iridia, Placid, 25. Let's call it 27. And still the same. So the same, about the same amount of gas mined in Placid at least. Ice mine over time, April looks pretty consistent and stable. Forge, Metropolis, Evershore, Domain. Forge, Metropolis, Evershore, Lone Trek, Domain. Yeah. Moon Ore. Looks pretty stable. If anything, we see an increase in low-sec mining and an increase in high-sec mining, right? Because it looks flat, but you can tell that high-sec has increased. So low-sec must have, null-sec must have decreased about the same amount, although that peak and that peak, it could very well be not that much of a drop. All right. Moon Ore volume by region. Wait, hold on. What'd I do? I just went to the wrong one, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Never mind. Nullsec has recovered. It looks like from the last one, in the last month, we see Nullsec. It looks to me like Highsec rose and Nullsec kind of stagnated, but then Nullsec kicked back into gear. And then Highsec didn't change. So mining is back, has picked up again in Nullsec this last month. Moon Ore, at least. By volume. Domain, Veil of Silent, Citadel, Fountain. Veil of Silent, Domain, Bleaklands, Citadel. That's actually pretty crazy. Hold on. So, Veil of the Silent was 3.6. It's still down by like 10%. Domain. Actually, no, Veil of the Silent is about the same. Domain has gone down by quite a bit. Which is weird. Domain is Amar Highsec, isn't it? I wonder why Domain... I don't know. I'm not sure if there's an actual factor to that. Moon Ore volume... Didn't we just do this one? Yes. Total destroyed value by region. That's true. Domain is big and has a lot of 0.5s. I was just thinking, like, was there a big war that, like, blew up in a lot of Athenors that I didn't notice? Imports and exports. Sync liaison is the top. Exporting more than it imported. It was pure blind. Sync liaison was... Whoop. Oh, it was fourth. So it was 26 trillion net last month. But this month it was 18 trillion. Looks like somebody moved a lot of stuff out of Dodixie area. By big losses, we have Peregrine Falls at negative 20 trillion. Which follows up their 20 trillion from last month. The Forge is, of course, doing a ton of business. Nothing else jumps out. I don't think we have Pochvin on here, do we? No, I don't think so. Nope. No, there it is. Pochvin. $38 out, 29 in. Or, I mean, other way around. 38 in, 29 out. 21, so, hold on. 38 to 21. 29 to 14. So dramatic drop in both in and out of Pochvin. I wonder if that's because like everybody who's moved in is moved in. Hey, what's up, Eagle Firefly? No. It was just to let people know, more about letting people know that local's broken right now and how to fix it. Sinks and faucets. Commodities was 49 trillion down to 48 trillion, which is sort of weird because you would expect it to go up because of the event. I guess the event didn't start until March. Yeah. Bounties go from 31 to 31, so that's pretty consistent. ESS main banks go from 15.5 to 15.2, so yeah, routing's down a tiny bit, but not really. Incursions. 11.4 to 11.5, those are pretty consistent. Let's see. Insurance is down. Cool. And transaction tax is down. So we had, last month we had numbers, all of our numbers trended up, and it looks like everything's kind of cooled off just a little bit. Let's compare it to 2 months before that. So it went 30 to 31 to 29. Yeah. And then for ratting, it went... well, because ratting didn't go down at all, right? Because it went from 30 to 31.7 and then 31.5. So yeah, it's not a full dip that back down. Here we see commodity faucets over time. There hasn't been anything requiring overseers effects for a little while. We do see this large spike in miscellaneous. That large spike should be Shipcaster. Local can be fixed in your escape menu. if you go to your escape menu and then go to feature previews, you can go here and enable it, and it'll pop up a new local window that is, we're going to go with more accurate than the other local window. It does not seem to carry over standings, though, so keep an eye out. Back to the MER. So here we have, yeah, like I said, the miscellaneous is clearly the... I wonder if that giant spike was because of how many things the Caldari turned in. But yeah. Top 8 sinks and faucets over time. Bounties are back up, and there they are, doing pretty good. Commodities haven't gone up that much. We do see that increase in Triglavian invasions in April. So we saw the tick up, and then the rest of the tick up. So now it's basically at the same rate as it was before it was all ended. And that's pretty consistent with the fact that they kind of opened back up the floodgates for that. The LP store continues to be up. It was pointed out to me that, like, we can't really see how much LP is being earned or whatever, or the devaluation of LP via this mechanic in Faction Warfare, but we can look at this in the fact that, like, prior to this, it was 0.25 trillion, and now it's closer to, like, 0.4 trillion. And so it gained maybe a 50% increase in the amount of LP ISK spent on the LP store, which I'll just take as a bump. That's how big the bump is in how much LP glut the event, or not the event, but Faction Warfare has made by more people doing LP. Speaking of which, from I guess now Goons is now joining CalMill in order to gain Phoenix Navy issues. So Gallente is a target-rich environment. Come on in. We get good fights. Not much else to see here. Service fee breakdown. Not sure if that's useful. All right, to me right now. Once again, the trend back up with money supply is going strong. And it seems to be mostly happening on a character level. Velocity of ISK is... Wait. Oh, okay. Well, that's weird. Well, either way, looks like velocity of ISK has recovered at least some from the fall off from before, and is basically at the elevated rate it's been at since Uprising. Yeah, what effect the tax break will have? I wonder how many people actually like capitalized on it. I'm not sure. Economic indices. Mineral price index remains stupid high. Secondary price index. Secondary producer price index is also pretty steady high. Oh, this is like really tight. Oh, we have to look at like the last second. So like the mineral price index has actually ticked down, ticked down, ticked down. Looks like everything kind of cooled off a little bit this month. Let's look at this up close. Doesn't look like too much of a change in consumer price index of things. Mineral price index, however, as you've seen, like there is a bit of a cool off on both, but it looks like it's mostly on the high-end minerals. High-end minerals was taking a beating for a long time, and then had a good spike recovery, and then has been kind of cooling off a little bit since then. Right? But it's still doing better, but I think that's a big piece of this scoop right there. Because the low end was going up at that time. Raw moon materials. Again, the raw moon materials is falling. That's that probably closer. So like, we didn't know about Viridian until pretty far the way. No, we didn't know about Viridian until this has nothing to do with Viridian. It has nothing to do with T2 Dreads. So something else. Well, I guess I don't know, man. I don't have a good one for that. This one is ticked down too. Wait a minute. Am I dumb? Hold on. Let me double check. No, this is good. This is good. This is good. I'm dumb. Yeah, raw moon materials have gone up. And then cooled off a little bit. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, this is way... Jeez, I'm looking at this from the wrong scale. That's what the problem is. So yes, we've seen a big increase in the moon goo. Let's go back to the other one. Mineral price. And just look at this then. Yeah, low end... High end, rather, went down, and then it saw a little bit of an uptick and came down. But meanwhile, high end has been going up a little bit. But it's mostly in that moon stuff. It's the high end moon goo that has changed because of T2. Now I'm on to... I think I know what I'm talking about now. Salvage materials has gone down. There's a lot of extra salvaging going on right now. And ancient... No, wait, hold on. What is this? Commodities. Commodities have gone down, which is weird. And once again, accessories continues to fluctuate greatly. ESS figures. ESS is always such a weird thing. I don't know if there's any information to really glean out of this stuff besides people did wacky stuff. This claims that there's been a lot more robberies than milking, but I don't really... So that's the thing, like, is this real? Because I never hear of anyone who does main bank robbing or reserve bank robbing. I've seen plenty of people that do main bank robbing, but do people really do this? Somebody tell me. Like, you guys live in Knoll, like, or some of you might. Like, do you believe this chart? I don't know. Yeah, no one ever talks to me about doing this, so. No, but this is not, no, this isn't, this is the main bank. This is, or reserve bank. This is from the ESS. This isn't the robbery from the organization. This is the ESS robbery. Right, mostly just friendlies buying the keys and robbing the reserve bank. But wouldn't that be... That's bank milking. So this is claiming that all of the ones that aren't these grayed out ones, or browned out ones, I guess, are those are all legitimate robberies, apparently. Oh, he robbed the reserve bank. Oh. Well, there you go then. Fair enough. There you go. Oh, good. Let's see. The first thing we're going to look at is Triglavian data. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. 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 So the reason why I use Triglavian data as a metric is because it is a commodity. It is bought by Concord, so it always is worth the exact same amount. So if we look at the value of how much is coming out, we can tell how much relatively the Abyss is being run. Whereas the other ones, based on that number, will tell us how much the Abyss is worth at the moment, right? Because these other prices, the abyssal materials, filaments, all that stuff can fluctuate in price. Triglavian data is our steady state, right? And then likewise, we also have these different, the distribution against the different bands of space. So what's crazy about this is that it went from 14.8 trillion. Was this already high? Yeah, so it went from 10 trillion to 14 trillion, which is a big bump. 40% bump in the amount of Triglavian data loot coming out. But then it crashes to 6.5? That's nuts. This isn't things being sold, right? Hold on. The values are not comparable to loot, to the red loot faucets. Some loot might be get destroyed or sold in other months. Right. So, got it. So this is just saying I can't compare it directly to the Isks and Faucets page. But that's because this is absolute loot. This is the absolute value, right? 6.5 trillion Isk worth of Triglavian datasheets spawned versus 14.8. So, like, the Abyss was ran, like, less than half this last month and the month before. This would suggest. That's crazy. So let's look at the bands of space. Nullsec went from 10 to 7.5. Remember, these are ratios too, so we're looking for what went up and what went down. So HiSec 0.8 went to 26%. 0.7 basically stayed the same. Everything in high, so everything. So if we look at this to this one, we say that like everything kind of shifted up a little bit, right? No, actually, yeah. So the 0.7 went down. Either way, nullsec went from 8 to 10 to 7. Lowsec went from 0.9 to 1. Wait, what? Oh, 1.1. Right, of course. What was the big winner? It looks like people are running the 0.6 and 0.5 a lot more, if anything. But if we're seeing this dramatic reduction in it, what's weird about that is that with more people running it in those bands of space, I would expect it to be higher class, harder sites, therefore more loot. So you think everybody went to, I guess, yeah, the biggest money makers that would like do the high-end stuff probably moved to things like Pochfin and wormholes. That's possible. Oops. It's pretty dramatic. Well, let's look. Blue loot. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I think I don't. Hello? Back. All right, just refresh. Okay, I don't know why that happened. So we went from 16 trillion to 14 trillion, from 9 trillion to 5 trillion. This suggests that there's actually less blue loot being pulled out than before. I guess there is more C3, C4. It looks like activity's down a little bit right now. I think maybe spring is hitting. Yeah, I definitely think that this is a Pochfin effect. Largest battles in... Oh man, what is that one? Is that... I've been so far out of the loop recently. But it looks like our little neck of the woods continues to be pretty hot. Is that Tama? No, it's usually like deeper, a little bit deeper than that. Maybe? Was there a big fight? No, this is like a Galmill versus Calmill fight. Like the biggest fight. Biggest single fight. I guess it doesn't have to be Calmill versus Galmill. Was there a huge fight in Tama? Maybe. Wowzer. Well, the Amar Mimitar war zone seems a bit bloody. I think, because those are biggest battles. What the heck has been going on there? And then largest battles, you've got the nullsec stuff up there. Amar Mimitar, it seems to be the place to be, yeah, right now, for sure. And that's it. That's all of them. They don't like each other. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Okay. Let us... Imagine my shock. The slavers and freedom fighters have been tearing into each other. Yeah. I get it. I get it. It's obvious. Let's see. All right, here we go. Hopefully this goes well. If we find a good site, I might do it. Well, that's... We'll just keep an eye out on the two different locals and see what we see. I see some of the same people. Yeah, I see a couple people. Wow, we can just keep on moving. I love how the local, the restored local uses the old UI instead of what is the thing called now? Oh wait, no, is it not compact? Is that what it is? Nope, it's the old UI. Well, this says my local's still 115. That's great. Let's just keep going. Yeah, it's a bit of an overview right now. You can drive the tank local into a regular chat window as a tab. I can't. Maybe probably because I haven't rebooted my client. This system's too big for me to trust it for anything silly. It needs more chat channels, I know. You know, I've always hated the fact that we have a chat client instead of an Intel tool. I really wish that we had like a well-designed Intel system instead of like acting like a chat client is supposed to be an Intel tool. What's the story? It's broken. The new local. There's a way around the broken local by opting into the new local, which is this. Do you have shift drag for merge? Well, that's what I'm saying. If I hit shift drag, it doesn't merge either. If I do or don't. One of the two of those should work, but it doesn't. Yep, it's a temporary fix. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool of them to be able to come out with a workaround like that. I am going to put on an ad right now because I don't think anything's interesting happening right this second. And then I close the window. And then I close the other window. I am bad at this game. You know, Malcolm, that's what I was saying. Like, it uses the old UI. There is a part of me that suspects that that might be the case. But I also, I mean, like, they got it back online real quick, so... Or they got this one online real quick. I think that they just kind of I don't know. I'm not even going to speculate. All I'm going to do is scan down this data site. What do we got? Caldari Operations Center? Heck yeah. Wait. Yes. No, wait, hold on. Damn it. I'm not in faction warfare right now. Hey, another data site. Hey, buddies! Wait a minute, is this a trick system? No. I just have a lot of friends here all of a sudden. Hi, friends! That's a lot of dudes. Is that really just a normal Rasnaborg group now? That thing has a liminal in it. Is that right? Okay, that's right? Okay. 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 Aegis Capital Ship Secures Facility? I don't really hunt the Rasnaborg, okay? I'm not fully aware. I'm surprised that a Rasnaborg group has non-Rasnaborg rats. I'm always suspicious. They can bring friends. Well, so, like, the idea is that Rasnaborg means, like, recon, like scouting, right? And so the Rasnaborg show up when a system's connected to Pochvin via wormhole. So one of these wormholes is going to be... In fact, we can even scan it down if we want to. Hold on. Let's finish the other ones first. Because these Rasnaborg are here, I guarantee that one of these... Well, not guarantee, but almost guarantee that one of these wormholes... One of these signatures is a wormhole, and that wormhole will go to Pochvin. those are both combat. Yeah, see? Here they are. And this goes to Angry Angry Pochvin. Scared of Wormhole Life? Pochvin isn't quite Wormhole Life. It's a weird in-between state. Could I put up one more window? I still have screen showing. What are you talking about? I just have my normal... This is actually a pretty my normal gutter, and it's because it's actually just to cover up chat windows. Although right now, ironically, that's not that important. But it's also to make it so it's easy to see the chat and my peld and all that stuff. Oh, yeah, well, never mind. I think I get what you're giving me guff about, Dajat, and, you know, it's fine. I'm fine. So I could be in local with nobody. I could be in local with 115 people, or any other number, really. Hey, thank you for that, Dajat. Oh, there was a super thanks from before, too. Shoot, I should look up who did that.
Connecting.
You know, you can post a chat with the super chat, and it gets my attention. You don't have to just give me money. You can also put a super chat, or you can put like a thing in there. Ask a question, you know. Dajat Lemmont, he's a good dude. You're right. I like it when this thing's full screen. If only I could find one of those sites. So I have a lot of my windows to be always on top when full screen, always above full screen views. So that way I can open up things like the map in full screen without losing any of my like intel. Although the broken, oh god. On second thought, I don't know, this place, tis a silly place. Let's move on. Yay, Trig Forces. Why is there so many people here too? Are there people here? I don't even know if people are here. Oh, nope, never mind. Alright, well, fair enough. It must be perfectly safe. Yeah, radar jammed. Only one man would dare give me the raspberry. Lone Star. Yeah. What now?
Warp drive active.
Is anything serious going on this weekend? I mean, we've got the event, we've got the other stuff. How's Faction Warfare doing? Man, let me tell you, I gotta say this. Hold on a second. I need to drop probes and start scanning. I think that the biggest piece to the shipcaster is something that basically almost nobody noticed, which is that the shipcaster, the beacons, the place where the beacons are being put, is being decided by an AI, which means that in a certain way, in a very subtle way, there is now an AI actor that is controlling the, or that is helping command the Caldari militia, directing them in a subtle way through making those beacons available. One could argue that the artificial intelligence made a choice and Oin fell. That has some pretty incredible ramifications for the future. Well, I think that the, you know, obviously the shipcaster has some pretty big effects right now. That idea that now there is in fact an AI actor that is playing a role, even in a small way, in the future of like how these things play out, that is a big, big deal. We haven't seen something like that since Invasion. And that was very isolated. Yeah, all hail the ChatGPT overlords. Exactly. Well, if you think about it, like, all right, my idea of what it was going to be... Hey! Who are these guys? Snuffed? Oh, there's the shipcaster beacon, too. Alright, well. Step one, let's go look at the shipcaster beacon.
Warp drive active.
Friend computer. Not Big Brother, friend computer. QC's beginning and Grand to look in AI next generation to go with their crypto grant. You know, I'm honestly surprised that they are actually pretty big into AI and stuff. That looks pretty cool.
Warp drive active.
So I watch my warp tunnel. And its total distance, I'm waiting for it to get within 10,000. And then I can warp directly to my beacon
Warp drive active.
and check it out for myself. So this is the Guri Malakan version of the base. Can I... yeah. So that is a fully destroyed Jovian observatory. This previously hidden ancient Jove observatory is being raided by pirates of the Guri Malakan group, and its structure has been clearly disrupted by their technology raiding operations. While precise purpose of the joint Angel Cartel and Grissus Pirates Organization survey expedition is unclear, the prospect of them getting insight into the Jovian technology is a sufficient threat that entities such as Concord and SOCT have determined to disrupt their activities. So, the Angels have always been very interested in Jovian technology, but this is a lot of Garistus equipment, right? Like, that's... everything here is labeled Garistus. Wait, what is that? Is that a new icon? Or is that always there? Hold on. Yes, we came here to look at things, not to hack things. That is correct. I'm glad you guys noticed. CCP has read too much Dune? Sometimes. Yeah, okay, there's the Garissus logo. And then down here, this is Angels. What is this place? I don't see a logo on it anywhere. Is this a new structure or is this an old structure? Repurposed. Does anybody know? Dutch, let me know. Looks like it's got turrets. The little Quaif banner. Oh, this is a Prometheus? I'm dumb. I knew the Prometheus looked kind of like this, but for some reason my brain didn't even allow it to process because it was smaller. Today has not been my day for, like, showing that I know anything about EVE Online, I think. This is Garistus, of course. So the Garissus are probably doing the smuggling? What about this guy? That's not a Fortizar. Oh, there's the Angel logo. Found it. There. Okay. And then also, recover data. Does this do anything? This data vault is being used by the Guri Malakan group of the Angel Cartel and Grissus Pirate to store survey data and other materials obtained for their technology rating. Okay. Well. Destroying Jove technologies. These things have been falling apart for a while now. What I don't see is the lightning that I normally see when they're, like, partially destroyed. This thing looks fully dead. Yes, local is broken. If you go into your escape window to features previews, there's now an opt-in local that will do at least a better job. What is this thing, I wonder? Is this just a piece of it? Man, this model is so detailed. All right. That's enough of that.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, the art team is phenomenal. Shit. Shit! Not much out of that so far. Why is all these guys suddenly showing up? Ah. Hey! Whoa! Okay. 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 There's a CA2. The 115 people in local is not right. Shit, 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 shit. Load. Go. Go. Although I'm not that scared of an anathema. It would just be fitting, wouldn't it, for me to get that and then immediately get killed? I bet that it does that in nope, the anathema's gone, I think. Or anathema, sorry. Unless it was one of the two. Getting greedy. I don't think they have probes. Oh, that sucks. Oh my gosh.
Moving to Stargate.
Hey, thank you for that. One. No? Not great. All right. I do know that, so here's a pro tip, guys. If you're going to be doing this, today's lesson regarding chat, never outsource your IT. I mean, you know, it happens. So these fireworks weigh a lot, right? Like this one site, and I could like eject them or whatever, but I was grabbing things faster. So how do I explain how I do this run? This hacking? I'm done doing that right now. Anyway, but I do want to show you guys this little trick. So if you go here, you can see that, like, let's view it by details. We can see that these are all festival charges, the group festival charges, okay? So we're going to make a new group. We're going to say by group is not where is it going to be? Special edition assets, festival charges. No? Are they just charge? Yep. So you go, you make a filter, group is not charge, festival charges, call it not fireworks, hit save, and now, as long as you have this thing on, and you can come up to your inventory and make sure to check keep filter value between inventories. Now when you open up the boxes and loot stuff, it should not loot the fireworks.
Warp drive active.
Let's head home, or at least try. It should only loot all that are not filtered. I mean, no, I don't. I'm not sure. Is people telling me that that won't work?
Warp drive active.
I mean, that's how I move things between cans. I guess that's select all. Ah, yeah, you might need to... does the loot... Does anybody know if that works or not? For sure? Well, Boone looks angry. Oh, darn it. All right. Well, fair enough. You'd have to select all and then drag them. Well, at the very least, you could do the opposite filter and grab all of your... and then just make it so that you can grab all of your fireworks at the same time to jettison them.
Warp drive active.
I'm going to hit the add thing again. Yeah, because it says it's about to start. Eject the festival. Well, yeah, that's a good point. Let's do that. Why not? What could possibly go wrong? Okay, so we're going to jettison the fireworks and the data core. I'm now going to open up the can, put on my no fireworks, hit loot all, get all the fireworks, and then leave. They're having problems with the chat client at the moment. You can get into the new chat client by going into escape menu, feature preview, and enable the new chat client, or the stand-in chat client, I guess is the better way of putting it. Now, the part I didn't really want to reveal to anybody during all of that was I had a plan to go through there and do a lot more sites, but then I was really nervous because secretly I was actually wearing my good implants. So I was like, watch, I'm going to get super ballsy and then, like, get potted on stream with my best set. That would make me sad. Not losing the set, just like... Well, that was dumb. Glad it's on record. Glad it didn't happen. Such a shame the impact it's having. I used to live in local. I mean, this goes back to my opinion that local shouldn't be an intel tool. It should be, you know, like a chat. There should be an actual intel system in the game, not using a chat client as an intel tool. Our chat uses our alliance uses chat for intel pings. Yeah, well, I mean, you know what I mean. Like the use of the who's logged in chat. It's just, it's so. To me, it's just a display of how poorly it really is implemented, right? I've always said that, like, so what I've recommended, what I've wanted, what I've wanted is removing local as a guaranteed concept, or at least moving local to being constellation or regionally based, and then giving people the ability to put down observatories that would record things that happen within its grid space, so that way, like, a security officer can open up a thing and get reports from all the different observatories, and therefore it was like monitoring your tripwire network, as it were, is a real thing. What do you think about something like transponders that you can disable when not in Empire space? What do you mean by that? Like transponders? What do I think about shipcaster type stuff? Or, oh, like a thing that lets you have local. I hope that one of the terraforming options that they do is they remove local. Right? Like you get to have better loot or whatever. Your ADM's now set to 300, but you have no local. That'd be cool, and it would make sense lore-wise, but people would just use Discord. For what? Wait, what? Why? What? They need something that makes sense in the game lore. I like your idea. Thank you. I just love the idea of having, like, a security intel officer be a real thing that a person does. Right. Well, in theory, everywhere would be like wormholes. Well, no. The different, like I said, turn local into a constellation or a regional-based thing. So you don't necessarily know who's in the system with you. But at the same time, you can also put down things that lets you watch stargates or planets or moons or whatever that reports in stuff. Excuse me. Also, I like the idea that recons would be invisible to it and could hack them and turn them off. That will hurt solo players. I think that a solo player gets by not being noticed most of the time if you're talking about doing stuff in dangerous territories. It would hurt in some way, for sure. Like, exploration in nullsec would be the same as exploration in wormhole space. Although you'd still be able to see how many people are in the constellation. So if the whole constellation's empty, then you're good. At any rate. What were we at?
Warp drive active.
D-scan auto refresh would be pretty nifty. With sound cues too. So that way, like, a new target shows up in pink or something. I also, for the love of God, speaking of which, I want to be able to add a sound prompt to a chat window getting a message. Like, the fact that somebody can just DM me and I never get the message because it doesn't make any sound frustrates the hell out of me. And then by the time I go and look at it, it's closed or whatever.
Warp drive active.
Mobile observatories are kind of meh. I would prefer something like they have in Aegis sites that have a shorter range but decloaks to 100%. Oh, yeah. I'm not talking about the actual, like, decloaker thing. I'm not sure. I like the decloaker, like, mechanic as a thing, simply because it's like, it's designed to be like, all right, well, you're claiming that they're AFK camping you. Here's the tool to fix it. But if they're not AFK camping you, it doesn't help at all. Like, I really like how that mechanic was done. But I don't like the fact that it was named Observatory. So I wanted the Observatory to be what I was talking about. I do appreciate the fix on the clouds. Oh, man. It's been a couple days since I've ran these. Have I done a standard Sleeper Sky one? I think I did, like, a long time ago, and I almost died in it. I really haven't done that many of those, or like that kind of stuff. I should get into them more. I know somebody wrote me up an interesting guide for how to gas huff in lowsec, so I was thinking about exploring that as well. But I mean, like, I haven't really been doing these sites at all on stream. There's so many things have been interrupting my streams and stuff. I felt like just having a day of, like, doing the sites. It's also 70 million for just checking if they're okay, AFK, and they might be, and you just got unlucky in the decloak roll. Very meh. I mean, one could argue that it should be cheaper, but like I said, I think that the point is to make it so that if you're not correct, then it's not effective. And it's not even that you're lucky, you're just wrong, right? Hey, no problem, Marcus. Thanks. Leave your venture run and get lucky. Yeah, well. We'll see. I need to sit down and read the guide first. It is something I've been wanting to explore. There's just been so much different things to look at and poke at and everything, right? Pew pew pew. This loco can go away. I don't care about you as much. Yeah, local as intel has always bothered me, kind of. I mean, I use it all the time as an explorer, obviously. I mean, you know, but I think it would be better without it. I got ganked by 6 coercers in your Tengu? Ew. Why would wait. Where were you? Coercers? That's a weird ship to gank with. Not my first pick. Always forget to click, always remember to click the box. How many points do I have? I'm getting there. Yeah, the Amar Destroyer. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Actually, my headset is on its last legs, unfortunately. Man, I've loved this headset. Oh, this is the same place I got the Drake Navy issue. That was funny. I got into the site. There's a Drake Navy issue wreck. I burned over to it. I tried to message him. He didn't... he rejected the message. And then I opened it up and there's like triple Caldari Navy large shield extenders. Really? Okay, fair enough. I still would use the Thrasher. I'm not sure what a Vedmak even thinks he's going to be able to do in this world. Unless he's going to steal it. Is he going to steal it? He's going to try to steal it, isn't he? I don't really have a way to deal with that at the moment. Oh, I should try to let the Vedmak kill him. Local's having problems right now. There's a secondary local to opt in on. I knew it. I knew it. What an ass. Did I get any of it? I doubt it. Alright, moving on. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't believe you, but good job. Whatever. Why are you looking the way why are you looking that way? Double clicking the rec should be faster. Probably you're right. However, I was also super nervous about the fact that he was stealing right then, so I was just, I don't know, I was trying to be careful in doing it the way I know how to do it. What did he post? If he posted an 800 million implant? Yeah, he posted the warp drive speed WS618, which I assume is probably like one of the best ones that you could get or something like that. They like to do that. They post something like pretend like that's what they're dropped. It's weird. The problem is that I'm not doing this for the stuff. Like if I get it, then great. If I don't, then whatever. It's just how much effort he's going through to try to be an ass. It's kind of funny. When people suck. I mean, people get what they want out of the game in different ways, right? Like, who knows? Every once in a while, maybe I feel like being crappy, and I do it my own way. Yeah, but he's in a Vedmak. And I don't know how he would have a solution to my problem, but he probably would. There's a pretty decent chance that I could go after him, honestly, and, like, surprise him. But, I've learned that it's just better to keep on moving on. You can charge people who want to send you in-game mail. Best thing ever. Yeah. Are you buying the first EVE NFTs when they're dropped? Aren't the first EVE NFTs already done? They made EVE NFTs off of the kill mails from the something or other. Oh, somebody died in there. Maybe? I don't know. I'm going in and find out. But no, I have no interest in NFTs at the moment. And I don't think that EVE... I don't think that that's, like, the point at all, personally. Oh, they're already gone? Already done? I'm already done? Okay. Fair enough. I think that they're going to tokenize the stuff in the next game. What that means, I'm not sure. I also believe that, like, the Paragon stuff was originally supposed to be NFT-ish thing, but, like, that got nixed. Like, I think that they had plans for NFTs in EVE, potentially, but, like... they'd rather put it into their next thing, I think. Well... yeah, it all depends on what it all means and what they do. Like, honestly, the idea of saying that it's crypto powered almost doesn't mean anything from, like, a practical point of view. Oh, there's that same team again. I'll just do the next one. Wait, earn either? I'll just go in here, screw it. Uh-oh. There it is. But if it's crypto powered, couldn't that mean that gamers could earn IRL money? Look, man. So players could earn IRL money with good design as it is. It doesn't need to be crypto for that to be true. That's part of the problem with the whole thing. I've talked a lot about it before, and I don't have anything pulled up right now, so it's like, whatever. The point of the matter is that it doesn't mean anything at the moment. We have no idea to what extent it's going to be implemented or whatever. At this point, there's a lot of people with a lot of money that want to prove out the technology one way or another. No, because you can't turn cash back into money. Or you can't turn Plex back into money. Yeah. Yeah, Nixie, that's kind of like, that's always been kind of the dream. You know, the ability to make everything kind of have a unique history. What's going on? My connection's being bad? No. NFTs are a gimmick to try to make crypto meaningful, right? Like the whole point of crypto, so like crypto tokens are great. They have the whole system of like how to build them, how to regulate them, or how to move them back and forth, how to record it, all that stuff. They got that, right? But the question that has always been asked is, great, these things are what they are. Why would anyone want them, right? Sure, Ethereum are all, you know, each Ethereum is a thing, but who gives a crap if, you know, why would it be meaningful to have a thing of Ethereum? So tying it to something, like a picture or a name or a, I don't know, whatever, a smell, that is, it's like, oh, well, this one is this one. That's why you want this one. It's designed to give, like, they can create artificial scarcity, but they can't make that artificial scarcity matter yet. You know what I mean? So and that's why, like, that video that we were watching the other day with Hilmar, that's the whole sale, right? Because Hilmar's saying, oh man, if only we could create artificial scarcity. And like the crypto guys are like, oh my god, that's what we want to do. You know? That's why they get money. Nice, well done. I wonder which one beat me. Hold on. Which one beat me? Saren? The Tengu? Nice. Betcha I could have overheated. Bet you if I'd overheated, I would have gotten it. This thing does like 1100 overheated. I also started out of my range. Yeah, this does that too. Well, like, one of the biggest things... Hold on a second. Is the stream doing okay for anybody? Or is anybody having problems with the stream, I should say? Because it's looking good-ish. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not going to be getting it. Okay. YouTube's complaining, but I think it was from that DC, maybe. We are probably going to be wrapping up sooner rather than later, so if anybody has anything that I should talk about beforehand or bring up, or I forgot. I did forget my to finish my No Man's Sky story the other day, but like the short of it is, I couldn't find any good cooking guides, and I finally figured it all out, and I feel like I should probably make a cooking guide now, like a modern cooking guide, for No Man's Sky. All the cooking guides I found talked about making the correct bait, which is like not even a thing in the game anymore, I don't think. Check on the report on the Guri Malakin survey base on the IGS report. I should. I didn't find an SOCT site either. That's one of the things to do. Unless blockchain is used to verify stuff inside the Eve, the community way not to serve them. It's not coming to Eve. Like, I think that, I'm pretty sure that ship is pretty much sailed. What do I think the expansion story will be about, if any? I believe, hey! 07. Thank you for that. Welcome, Ganai. Well, I think it's going to be about proliferation of this technology. You know, as I've said for a while, I think that the stellar transmuters are going to be given to nullsec in order to be able to customize their space. There's, you know, the terraforming stuff that we haven't heard very much about, and increased industrial production. I don't know if there's going to be like a, hey, gifting a sub to Coldwave as well, Ganai. Thank you for that. We are on like Intaki watch with the election happening. There's too many directions that they could go with the expansion right now with me making it to make a guess like that, I think. I know that's kind of a cop-out, but it's my cop-out.
You have been promoted.
What's happening with the game? Local's not working, so is the... All chats are dead. All chats right now are dead. Can be you go into escape menu, go to feature preview, and enable local this one, and you can have a new local that is kind of working. Mostly working. Seems to be working. Don't asteroid belts use a limited auto scarcity? If you mine one out. No, so the way it works is that all of the ore that's mined gets sent back up to the AI distributor, right? And so during downtime, I can't remember if it happens on a regional or constellation level, but let's just work with a constellation level because regional is just one step up. So the constellation level thing, he goes, okay, well, you know, 70 million units of Veldspar was mined within the constellation within the last month, or within yesterday. So it divides that up among all of the different solar systems within the constellation. So this one constellation gets 10,000 or 10 million ore. I'm making up numbers. Then the system goes, okay, well, I've got 7 belts, and distributes it to the different belts. And then that belt goes, okay, I have these rocks. The rocks are like buckets. And so it's like, okay, well, I just got 2 million Veldspar units. I'm going to distribute them into these rocks. If the rock already had ore in it, it's now just going to be a bigger rock, like more ore in it. If the rock has been despawned because somebody's mined it, it will respawn and have ore in it, which is why when you warp back to a belt, the rocks are pretty much always in the exact same spots every single time, because they're really just static buckets for the distributor to put them in.
Warp drive active.
So it won't always be the same amount in the belt. Like if the belt had been built up for a while, because like nobody had mined it, it'd been distributed more and more and more every day, and then you come through and mine it all out, the next day it'll have less. But that's only because the excess has now been distributed evenly to everyone else. Just like how you can often, like with events, you can find a cluster of event sites in a dead end or in a wormhole system because they'll cluster up where people aren't running them. But then once you run them, they respawn, but often not in the same system. But that's the problem, is that there's no dynamic to that. There's nothing that changes what those rocks can be. There's nothing that changes any of that sort of stuff. It just is.
Warp drive active.
Does it also apply to moon ore? Moon ore is just what it is. Like, that's the ratio of the moon. And then when you hit the drill, based on the time that you've put into the drill, it gives you an estimate. And then when it pops, it basically uses a formula based on how long you've done it. And then with some jitter, obviously. Hey, there's that Cyclone Fleet issue.
Warp drive active.
Man, it is crowded out here today. My rule is, if I can't get... It's not rule, but the way I like to do it is, if I can't get the 10 ships destroyed, I don't go after the battleship. That's my sportiness. So I need to kill 4 guys before the battleship spawns. Otherwise, I won't try to steal it. I think I might do it. Oh boy. If I can kill this one before that one and I go after the one he's not going after. Oh. Which one is he going after? Boom. This one's mine. Then the battleship's mine. I'm not even using the right gun. Oh, there's the Tengu. Well, round 2, I guess. Oh, what? Why did I... whatever. Let's see. I don't know. Yay! Told you. Told you. Can't race the beast. All right. I just had to redeem myself, you know? Yeah, they are almost impossible to beat. But you see, the problem is that I do 1136 overheated. So if I can get any sort of crits at all, it could be bad for him. All right. I think that we should be wrapping things up. It is the weekend. We're going to be going on to next week. I don't really know what else to say besides have a great weekend. I will try to be at the memorial service, but I can't remember what's going on this weekend. I think this weekend's going to be crazy for me. There is I put out a new short this morning, although it's just a little thing. Yesterday I put out the economic report. There's other good videos out there. If you want to join us, the Convocation Appearance is recruiting. Or you can just hop into the Discord and flag yourself to get all of the YouTube videos as they come live. Yeah. So on that note, I have been Ash Rothi. I've been playing this game since 2010, talking about it since 2012, and I'm here to put even into context for you, my fellow Empyreans. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for a wonderful week, and special thanks to my supporters, most of which my top supporters are being listed below. All of my supporters listed in the comments or in the description, but I of course want to call out Abyssus, Aikawarazu Chan, Arkas Ilring, Arydanika the Queen, Belligerent Neckbeard, Black Rose Noble, Dajat Lemmont, Drake, Golden Age Story, J. Coon, Lumi, Malak Starfire, Midnight Space Monkey, Not Just Fun, Seeds of Plenty, Surrounding with No Eyes, Syliana Vel'ash, Tgen Tgen, Nephilim, Grendel, Yantey Lepouf, Zaul Nex, as well as my Immortal tier patrons or supporters 749 NPSI, Ebo Elite, May, Merc Utan, Nihilum, LM1, and Rid. Thank you so much. I will say that I wanted to have everyone on the ticker, but apparently there's too many of you guys and it breaks the ticker, or it breaks the string. So good job, guys. We'll have to figure out something else. But until then, I've been Ashtarothi, the voice of New Eden. Till next time, I'll see you in space. Like the stream before you go!
Bring on the wrecking machine. For every city